Oops, got some leather work there. Hello, Cancers. How is everybody doing? Welcome. Hey, I'm trying a new microphone, so hopefully everything is going to come through. If it does not, please let me know in the comments if you are not hearing me very well. I am going to try and adjust these as we go, just because this is a new setup. I'm having problems with my microphone on the computer. So here we go, guys. This is from the 24th to the 30th for your reading today. And we are going to look at some of the astrology as well, numerology, and see what's going on in your week. This deck that I'm using right now is Divine Stack, and this is his answer to you, whatever you're trying to ask the universe or whatever. This is sort of what you might get your answer from. Now, if that you don't like that answer, definitely will go into your reading. However, divine is never wrong. Never. So let's get going. Beautiful. Seeing beyond. Yes, seeing beyond, seeing the unseen. Actually tapping into that second dimension energy, that high frequency that we cannot even imagine. All right. So I'm going to do your current energy. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. We're actually, I'm going to tell you with the planets while I'm shuffling here that we're on an upward swing. Yay! We're sort of like you're going to be in a good mood kind of a thing. But that's where the general energy is. We're finally we're not coming out of the pandemic, but the energies are changing, that we're more relaxed in moving forward. This heavy part is over. However, we're not done. We're not done. And you know what? The pandemic is what it is. It's going to be like the flu. You got to look at the universe and planets and everything. Cycles repeat themselves. This is a repeat from 1940 when they had the Spanish flu. I think it was back then. And everybody panicked. Everybody was in masks. But history repeats itself because the planets move in certain ways through the years. And yeah, so anyway, don't be surprised if this is not going to end. Oh my gosh, here we go again. Very soon. However, we are on an upward swing of feeling a little bit more relaxed, more joyful, more helpful, more happy, that kind of a thing. Okay, so let's find out what's going on this week for you guys, though. Oh, one other announcement. 2022, if you haven't watched me before, I'm going to repeat this in every single one because sometimes maybe there's a person there that's just brand new. So I'm really sorry for those that you keep hearing it. But 2022, if you want a reading, if you want coaching, it's free. You got to be kidding me, Patty. Yeah, no, it's free. Divine says this is a gift, a talent I gave you to help others. You know, you don't have to charge for it. And I get that. I totally get that. So if you go to my website and you want coaching or reading, the way to ignore those prices is subscribe to my channel. That's the only thing I ask. Subscribe to my channel and you'll have free readings or coaching of any type. I'm a life coach, a spiritual coach. I'm a health coach, that kind of a thing, relationships, dating, all that kind of stuff. So it's free to you guys. If you would like to donate, buy me a cup of coffee. There's a donate button there. If we have a reading or whatever, I would really appreciate it. And that's the easiest way. You just go to the channel. It's on the channel. It's right there. Hit donate. And you can donate a cup of coffee. You can donate whatever you want. And it's just basically saying thank you to me. Money goes to the proceeds, or I find a charity that helps, So. All right, so let's get going. So we have opening the discovery. It is the number 7. Number 7 is definitely about self-improvement and growing in the process. Opening a discovery. This is for something new, okay? It's a key. It's sort of like a key to your imagination, your creativity. Where do you want to go with it? It's sort of like when you have a project and you imagine something, especially if you're a creator of any kind, you think of something and then you have a vision and then you have a goal. So what is it that you want to discover, or maybe are starting to discover, in the process discover? It's time to do it. We are to do it. The current energy with the 7, and this is going to improve your life, whatever it is. It's going to improve you to either grow or experience something that needs to be experienced. Okay, this is a good thing. This is something very, very good. Discovery is awesome. I just love to research and discover. It's so awesome because it opens your mind to new possibilities, new things. Okay, so pay attention to that. Divine says, go and discover. It's time to do that. And it's also going to help improve you. So that's his card. The current energy is the Hawk Prince. Okay, now we're talking about birds, so messages and things of that communication kind of a thing. So spirit communication and paying attention, because this is the number 2 in numerology. It's to bring something together, or it is also to bring balance or create a new foundation, like a reset, or find out where your core is at. The only way that you can understand where you're going, what you're doing, and why people sometimes feel lost is because they're not paying attention to the spirit, the second dimension. And that is why a lot of people are very worldly, they're lost, they don't know what they should be doing, and then money becomes their god, and things become their god, and they're way off kilter, they're way off balance. So pay attention. Okay, pay attention to what your core is coming from. Is it from the world or is it from spirit? Okay, and also to communicate. How do I communicate, Patty? How do I communicate with the spirit? How do I communicate with divine? How do I communicate with the angels? How do I communicate with the second dimension? Your intuition is the first thing. If you hear something, feel something, that little gut thing, and you don't listen to it, you're going against it, and you're going to actually diminish that intuition, or you probably won't even hear it anymore. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know which way I'm going. That is why it is really important to acknowledge the number 2, pay attention, get that balance, get that boundary, get that partnership between second dimension and first dimension, your first dimension now, and get it together so that you can actually hear what you need to be doing, feel what you need to be doing, sense what you need to be doing, okay? Here's your future energy card, is letting go. This is popular this week, guys, with all sides, letting go. The only thing is you got to let go of the world in order to gain the spiritual world. Okay, that's definitely divine. Totally downloaded that right now. If you want to get close to me, if you want to understand me better, or if you want to understand how I work and what I'm trying to do for you, you have to let go of the world and your decisions about the world. I just had this discussion with somebody yesterday. He is so worldly, and he's like, no, I'm spiritual. No, you are not. Money is your God. And if money is your God and whatever happens here really irritates you, the government and COVID and money things and investing, and you're very worldly. But he thinks he's spiritual, which is really sad because he has no clue. Because whatever's down here doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When he passes on, he ain't going to take all those houses. He ain't going to take all that money with him. He ain't going to take a lot with him. And so he just thinks it's all about money and success down here. It has nothing to do with financial success. It's great to have money, don't get me wrong. It's important to have money, but financial success is not where it's at. Yes. Okay, so let's see where we're going to this week with you guys. What's going on with you guys? Somebody's in a relationship or getting into a relationship, because we have the Page of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands. There's some communication. Oh, maybe somebody wants to date you and your friends. I see that maybe. I see, we got the Knight of Cups. Boy, whatever this friendship or relationship is, it's going to be very nurturing. It's going to be a very loving relationship. This is where the spirit communication is coming in. Okay, because the reason why is we're in retrograde. We're in a Mercury retrograde, and Uranus is causing problems with that Mercury retrograde. And so the thing is, the communication is saying you've got to let go of your expectations. Thank you. That was beautiful. That was really, really beautiful. So to let go of your expectations of this new relationship or this new friendship or this new thing that you're going to be discovering. This is, I believe, going to be definitely a divine intervention because we have the Hangman here. And what's at the center is lovers. Okay, I want to say it starts out as a friendship because this needs to be a nurturing relationship. This needs to be something of both sides. It needs to be looking at each other's perspective. And when we do that, that is love. Okay, got to be careful, though, because somebody here is sort of skeptical. because your challenge card, your last card out, is the Ten of Cups. This is coming, but you're skeptical of it. And the reason is you're just unsure of what it's all about. Now, but it also could mean too that somebody's in a relationship happened to get pregnant. But it's okay, because this was supposed to happen. And this is something that both of you can communicate together. It's going to turn out just fine. Everything is going to work out as it should be, because the Ten of Cups is there. Trust divine. This is where spirit communication comes in. I'll tell you right now, it's very, very key to be talking to spirit, especially if you're with child, because you're going to doubt many, many things, or you're going to be fearful of many, many things. And the other thing is you're going to have to let go. This is your future energy of your singlehood. I'll tell you right now, I don't know who this is for. Definitely, I have no clue who this is for, because I didn't see pregnancy, although I heard it. So I have to talk about it. But the letting go is understanding that when you become a parent, whether it's the mother or the father, you have to let go of your singlehood. You are no longer in control of yourself. It is all about the child. And that child comes first. You have to begin to switch your mindset that everything you do now comes for the child first, to make sure that child has everything it has to grow up healthy, strong, and successful with high integrity and absolute truth, and walk in their own authenticity, not yours. Okay? I don't know who that is for, definitely. But this is sort of something new, something like, oh crap, here we go. This was what is not expected, that kind of a thing. All right, so definitely not expected, but you two are going to work it out. It's going to be fine. So now's the time to communicate about it with the retrograde and everything that's going on. You're worried about finances. Somebody's worried about finances, definitely. This again, have to be talking to communication with the spirit and paying attention to where you're grounded with somebody with money, because like that gentleman I was talking to yesterday, if you're grounded in money, you may have a hard time getting money all the time, or not getting the things that you want, because it's not about the money. But if you take the focus off of the money and what you should be doing, and letting go of the thought of, oh, I got to have more money, I got to have more money. No, you have to have more passion and love for what you do, and then the money comes. How do I know? Experience. Okay, I was so focused on money. I never had money. I struggled until I listened to God and listened to Divine and said, what do you want me to do? I gave you the gift and the talent of leather, and to help others with their horse stuff and other things that do with leather. You're not doing it. So once I started doing it and doing my talent and doing my gifts, my spiritual gifts on YouTube, then I am abundantly blessed, because I'm now being obedient. So what is it that you're really struggling about? Money. You're actually focused in too much about it. Okay. And yeah, this has to do with paying attention to the spirit communication, and paying attention to what is bringing you together. Because the number 2 is about a partnership. Now, it could be a partnership with a person, could be partnership with whatever. It doesn't have to be a person, but this is what do you call it? A center core balance. It's like when your chakras are all in balance, there's a center core balance. Everything runs well. Your energies are good. You're very in tune. Everything is peaceful, calm, joyful, that kind of a thing. All right. We got the 10 of Pentacles. We got a couple 10s here. A couple 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the 10 of Cups. Awesome. This is beautiful. Somebody's fighting. It's like, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. And it is not. But you're afraid to do this. You're afraid to let go. Or somebody in your circle is really afraid to let go, because they'll be left alone or left behind. Okay. And that's why, or they're having problems with money right now due to a medical or something medically that happened to them. Something physically is unstable with them. Maybe something happened and they need to be more dependent on somebody for money, that kind of a thing, because we've got the number 5 and then the number 10. So the number 5 is very unstable. This instance is unstable physically. Okay. But it also too, they're scared. Okay, and that's why they really need to really hone in on your current energy, the spirit communication, and paying attention to that. And they are worried about money because the thing is, whatever this medical thing is, can really soak them dry. It's not a small thing. It's not a small thing. So for you guys that are couples, that this is something's coming to you to begin a new relationship. There is a couple that, whoops, we got pregnant kind of couple, and that's, I told you about that scenario. We've got somebody there's communication coming and they're afraid to talk about money to somebody. Please talk about it, because like me, I'm like a resource person. I went from being homeless to owning a business, so I had to know resources out there. So somebody out there has the answer for you to help you. You just gotta reach out. Okay, email me if you're in that situation. Again, if you're a subscriber, everything is free. Okay, if you're not a subscriber, then you would look at the prices on my website, the divinewarriorintuitive.com. All right, again, the Hangman, Queen of Cups, intuition. I can't make this stuff up, and it's going to keep going. So again, we have the Hangman twice. All right, so this is definitely a spiritual time for somebody to reach out to divine and ask the questions that you need to ask, and he will show you, he will confirm, or he will give you a picture or a thought, or maybe you'll see a sign or a symbol or something that will give you the answer that you need, because he's opening the door. If this is a pregnant person, you got a new discovery. Yay! However, this is a new discovery of how to go from letting go to be from your singlehood to going to parenthood. For somebody else, this is a couple now. This is something that you are going from being single to a couple. This is not a time for you to think selfishly, but selflessly. And this other person who's injured, this is a time to really discover new ways to do things, because it will all be fine in the very end. But we might take a little bit of money to do some things, or how to figure things out, because it's the number 5, a little unstable. And we have your intuition there. Again, I cannot make this up. Speak with your intuition, talk with your intuition, hear with your intuition, feel with your intuition, your auras, your energies, because there's a lot there. And this is a time to swallow pride or ego. It's not a time to be right, especially with the Mercury retrograde going on. It is not a time to be right. It is a time to figure and discover things out. Pay attention to what is new going on in your life, or what wants to come new in your life, and let not your mind answer, but your heart and your spirit guide you. When we let our mind, that's worldly. When we let our mind guide us, that's worldly. If you allow your spirit and your soul to guide you, then that begins a connection between divine and you. All right, so really listen from a spiritual level what your heart and your soul is telling you this week, and that's where the answer lies. All right, Cancers, this has been a really interesting reading. We got 3 scenarios in one. Definitely, and I don't know if any resonate with you, but if it does, I hope it helps. If it doesn't, it wasn't meant for you today. So you might be in another sign. So watch another sign, or it might be next week. I don't know. And it might not be the cards. It might be the astrology, or what divine is trying to tell you. I'll tell you what, divine is always right. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Remember, if you subscribe, you can have readings or coachings free. You can always donate a cup of coffee. There's a donation button there if you want to donate it for a cup of coffee or whatever. I would appreciate it, but you don't have to. All right? So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will see you next time. And for your next reading, remember to walk in absolute truth and love. Bye-bye.